very good morning here from New York in a very sunny day. If it's afternoon, wherever you are, we are here today for this keynote session of the Venice City Solutions 2030. I'm Diana Lopez. I'm responsible for partnerships on cities and urbanization at the UNDP. And we have asked today here with us Priyanka Sinha. She is the founder of Cityway, a consulting firm working with cities to find innovative ideas and solutions to meet the SDGs. She has previously worked with the World Bank, with the African Development Bank, with the Hunger Project, and she's also a graduate from the Rutgers and Harvard universities. Given her unique perspective in working both with private and public sector, and her exposure to many contexts from North America to South Asia, from Latin America to Africa, we have invited Priyanka here today to share her ideas about this year's question for Venice City Solutions. How can we better visualize the SDGs in the city? This keynote is a way to bring new ideas and voices that we need, and we have asked Priyanka here to use this space as a white canvas. We haven't given her any specific notes. So we also wanted to thank the SDG Action Campaign for recommending her and finding her for us. And we are very happy to have you here with us today. So Priyanka, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Diana. Thank you so much to you and the entire team for having me here today. It is a pleasure to connect with such an influential group of city leaders, urban thinkers, and practitioners from around the world. My goal for today is twofold. First is to build shared understanding of how a strong, robust digital economy can accelerate our development targets by 2030. And two, to offer you a roadmap for your digital transformation journey. Our meeting today is very timely and apt, for COVID-19 has shown us a clearer picture across the globe between those economies which were digitally prepared and those which were not. By having digital infrastructure, digital platforms, and policies ready, economies who were digitally connected and digitally mature were able to continue meeting a wide range of their SDG targets rather than coming to a full halt. Through online education, for example, college students were able to finish their studies, they were able to graduate this year, and start their journey to becoming productive citizens. Through mobile connectivity, e-commerce platforms, and digital payment platforms, millions of businesses and consumers were able to continue buying and selling goods. They were able to generate revenue and safeguard their livelihood. Governments who had invested in transitioning to e-government services continue to offer their citizens marriage certificates, business registrations, and other critical government services needed to keep the engine of growth running. Digital transformation has often been seen as a separate goal from the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. It is, however, deeply embedded into each one of the goals. Let's look at some examples where digital solutions are accelerating the gains we want to achieve across specific sectors. And let's jump right into the first three sectors the SDG goals focus on: the agriculture, health, and education sector. We see here that SDG goal is zero hunger. The objective here is to have better access to food and to promote sustainable agriculture. Examples of digital solutions in this particular sector include biosensors, mapping technologies, drones, e-commerce platforms, and mobile payment platforms. And the impact that we see on the SDGs are that these precision agriculture tools, they give farmers higher quality and higher yield crops. Sensors offer real-time actionable information of crop health, weather patterns, and natural disasters. Drones can crop spray now. They can plant seeds with far greater efficiency and at a larger scale. E-commerce platforms are allowing stronger market linkages for farmers and buyers to connect. And mobile payment platforms link farmers to credit, savings, and insurance products, enabling them to reinvest in their farms and grow. SDG Goal 3 is good health and well being. The objective here is to improve the quality, affordability, and accessibility of healthcare. Examples of digital solutions in the health sector include cloud storage, e health records, mobile apps, wearable technology, augmented reality, telemedicine, and predictive analytics. We are already seeing that e health records and cloud storage allow quick access and streamlined collaboration between healthcare providers. Consumer mobile apps and wearables are already empowering patients to be in charge of their health. Augmented reality and 3D medical imaging improves patient outcomes. In home virtual assistants, they are providing round the clock 24-hour health care. And predictive analytics monitor health trends in patients, but also the larger industry. SDG 4 is quality education. The objective here is to provide affordable, accessible, and empowering education by 2030. We're seeing examples of digital solutions in this sector include online learning software, online learning platforms, e learning tutorials, video chatting, multimedia lessons, and online classes. We're seeing the impact on the SDG education sector, where online learning software and platforms are offering flexible, anytime, anywhere learning at a fraction of the cost of a brick and mortar school or university. Educational content becomes more readily available, potentially to all, if the right digital infrastructure and pricing models are put in place. And lastly, blended experiential learning using new technologies and tools enhances learning for all. A range of digital solutions, as we just reviewed, requires planning across several components for incubation, for integration, adoption, and then acceleration. The development of digital solutions is not merely a technology task, but it is a political, financial, regulatory, and cultural one. For this, a comprehensive, holistic ecosystem approach is the most powerful way to grow a digital economy. An ecosystem approach ensures for stronger uptake and also ensures that there are minimal shocks and risks in the long term. Let's look now at what a robust framework for the digital economy could look like. We see in in our framework, if you can go back to the last slide, we see here in this digital framework that we have 7 key pillars that are critical for uptake. Let's start with leadership. Is there commitment to the SDG goals? Is leadership inclusive? Has shared value been created among all stakeholders at the negotiation table? Policy. How will digital assets such as data be shared? Have tax, consumer protection laws, digital security, and privacy laws been designed for the fast growing e commerce and mobile payments landscape? Are digital policies being shaped by good metrics? Market. Have market entry barriers been removed to incentivize investment and interest in your economy? Is there enough market competition to attract multiple vendors so that we can ensure price competition and discovery and also better service delivery? 4, finance. Who will finance each digital solution in your city? And are there shared values, goals, and economics? Infrastructure. Is service affordable? Is it inclusive? Is it secure? Is there last mile connectivity to the end user? 6, skills. Is there digital awareness, education, and training in government? And in your city, is there a focus on science, technology, and innovation in the education system? And lastly, culture. Is there community participation and buy-in where needed? Is there a culture for entrepreneurship and innovation? Are the effects of digital transformation on mental health and social life being monitored? And lastly, is there trust in the growing digital environment in your city? As we build across each pillar, there are some risks to identify, assess, and control for. We are already seeing by now that a shift towards digitization could accelerate our SDG goals, but it could also create a host of new challenges that arise. Some risks and threats to control for as your cities integrate themselves to a more connected and global digital market are listed here. Let's go through them. Seven. Seven risks and threats. If you could have the next slide. Socioeconomic inequities could arise or even exasperate between those who are digitally connected or not. For example, a division in the labor market or education system could perpetuate inequity. Two, governments, businesses, and individuals, we all need to trust one another to reap the full benefits offered by the digital economy. The growth opportunity that digital technologies offer us globally could remain stunted if local communities do not see the tangible benefits of the digital environment or if they have low awareness or training. Number three, in an ever connected landscape, data exchanges make it harder for individuals to control the use and reuse of their personal data. Civic rights could be undermined by the use of digital surveillance, digital theft, or cyber attacks. Four, there could be weak regulation, or regulation could just frankly become unmanageable if digital knowledge in government is not up to date or strong. Five, private companies could gain unfair dominance by controlling your technology or data in the city. Six, automation or an imbalance between technology and humans could raise concerns of job losses. For example, could smart machines and artificial intelligence replace human labor or possibly even human judgment? And lastly, geopolitical interests could drive the wrong digital solutions or put powerful technology or data in the wrong hands. These threats or risks could stem from a wide variety of sources, including economic and geopolitical instability, lack of legal structures potentially, or even strategic management errors. Risk management strategies, therefore, are needed and need to be accounted for upfront. This is particularly critical right now for those city leaders and planners that are trying to respond to COVID-19 in real time and leapfrog. It is essential to strengthen each of the seven pillars in tandem with one another so we maximize our opportunities and minimize our risks. I wish you tremendous success as you strengthen your digital strategy towards meeting the 2030 agenda. Thank you for having me here today.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. And I wanted to also thank the UN SDG Action Campaign for redirect us to you and to have found you with this illuminating presentation today. So thank you very much. And I'm sure that the participants will enjoy very much the presentation and will learn from it. And I'm sure we can count on you for future events. Thank you all.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you to the team.